how to create a Scrum sprint in Jira. Hello everyone and welcome back. Now with the new launch of Jira's new UI, it has become very interesting to create your own Scrum sprint in Jira. And a sprint is really important for a lot of different teams. So we're going to walk through exactly how you're supposed to do it. Starting off is by creating a new space. Now, whenever you're creating a new space, you're going to be going into software development and then creating a Scrum space because that is where your sprints are created. So you're going to click on Scrum over here. This is a Scrum template, and then you're just going to click on use template over here. Now, once you do that, this will actually prompt you for a few more things. So you need to choose how your space is going to be managed, if this is going to be a team managed space or if this is going to be a company managed space. So what is the difference? Well, Jira admins are going to be creating and managing a space that's going to be company management. Then if your team is going to be in control of working on processes and it has a self-contained space, then you have a team managed space. So this is going to usually be a team managed space for most people. So I'm just going to be using that. And then you're going to be creating the name for your project. Let's say our project goal is going to be new UI. And then let's say this is team managed, the access is going to be, let's say, limited. And then I can choose who I want to add it from my agency into this space. But for me, I want this to be open. So I'm going to let it be open. And then I'm going to click on next. Now, once I've done that, I'm going to move towards the next step of our setup. So I'm going to wait a couple of seconds until Jira creates our brand new space. And once our space has been created, I can proceed. So starting off, the first thing that we can see is that we can add our team members. You can add them right away. This makes everything really easy. And I do recommend adding your team members at the start. This just makes everything easy. Let's say we have lilyguidesyou@gmail.com, and then we can add them as a member. Then let's say we have this person, and then we're going to add both of these as members, and then we're going to invite and continue. Now, once we've done that, we can move into the next step. So we're going to see your new UI or whatever your project name is right over here. First off, you have a board, then you have a calendar, you have list, forms, and deployment, and you have more. Then if you click on the plus icon here, you have deployments, inbox, on-call, releases, security, and more. Then on the top right, what you can do is that you can go into space settings. Once you go into space settings, you can change the icon so it suits whatever you're trying to do. Then after that, you have access that you can manage for all of your members. And then you have automation, which again simplifies a lot of the time-consuming things of creating a Scrum project or a sprint as well. And then you have fields where you have your assignee and all of the sprint information. And then you have work types, which includes epics, bugs, stories, and tasks. Then you have features, so you have your backlog, timeline, and then below this, if you scroll down, you will have sprints. So by default, our sprints have been created. If you turn this off, and you can turn it back on. Sprints do need to have a backlog, so make sure backlogs are enabled. And this is very important because without a backlog tab, you are not going to be able to run your sprints. Below that, you have a board, then you have your tool chain, and then you have any integrated apps that you want. So once everything is set up correctly, we can go back into our board. And starting off, we're going to go into our basic board and then we're going to get started. Now, before we do that, we're first off going to customize our backlog. 0 work items are here because until you start adding issues into the backlog, you're not able to add issues into your direct board. So starting off, you are going to basically drag items from the backlog section or create ones to plan the work for the sprint. And then you're going to start the sprint when you're ready. Again, you're going to be initiating the sprint later on. Let's say we need to create Figma files for button UI. Then we need to have business plus dev overview. Then we need to develop UI, button UI, execute or test button UI, test button UI, then we need to launch UI, just like so. So this is our backlog, and we have 5 work items. Now, once I have started adding my work items, I can simply click on create sprint, and I'm going to change the sprint 1. I'm going to delete the first sprint that we had, and then I'm going to rename this particular sprint I'm going to edit this one and name this my button upgrade. Then the duration. Now the maximum duration over here is 4 weeks because honestly, who can work in a sprint more than a month? So let's say this is a 2-week sprint that we're getting started with, and let's say we're getting started from today, and then our end date is going to automatically be set for the 2 weeks ahead. Then after that, you have our sprint goal. I'm not going to add that. And just like so, once everything is done, I can move my sprint items like so into the sprint section like so. So the issues can be moved here. Now, these I have actually added as tasks, and you can add them as bugs. You can add them as stories and epics as well. Now, this totally depends on the nature of your sprint, if this is going to be a task, bug, or story. For more complex sprints, you are definitely going to have different variables that are going to be impacting the sprint as well. Then if you go into your board, you guys can see you have your basic board where you have your assignees and then your basic filters. And then in this, you are going to choose which label everything goes under. So in progress, and then the sprint hasn't started yet, so it's not going to show up in the board. You're going to go back into backlog, and because my sprint starts today, I'm going to click on start sprint. Then you guys can see the duration, everything is reconfirmed, and then you're just going to click on start. And then just like so, everything is going to be moved into the new board with the assignees. If it's not assigned, it's just going to say unassigned, and then you can assign it to a certain person. So now we have our sprints ready and our board is ready as well. And then you can start planning the next sprint for your teams as well. So just like so, you can get started with Jira and creating Scrum sprints on Jira. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you're looking to get started with Jira, there's no time better than today because they have a completely free version for teams up to 10 users, and their standard plans only start at $7.91, their premium $14.54, and you have a lot of amazing features for such a low price. So that was it for today. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you found them helpful, make sure to share them with someone you might think that may need these. Share them with your friends, with your family, with your cousins, and share them with any business partners that you might have. And it might help you guys a lot to know all of these techniques and to follow along. And if you enjoyed this video, I would recommend that you please leave a like. And if you have any questions regarding this video, regarding any other video, or regarding any social platform, then you can definitely ask me in the comments down below, and I will try to answer as soon as possible because that is the point of our YouTube channel. I want to show you guys on how to glide through these platforms and how to easily navigate and fulfill the purposes that you want to do with these social platforms. And if you have any details that you might want to know, any suggestions, any improvements that you think that I could add on to these videos, then please do leave them in the comment box down below and I will make future videos according to those. So that was it for today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video.